Hello, Internet. This is Chauvin and my man Elton. After a week off of technical difficulties and various other work related things, we're back for the final episode of the year.
Cue applause. There.
Hey, dude, gotta give yourself. If you can't give yourself love, who can, right?
That's right. Hi, everybody.
So, how you doing, Elton?
Doing good, and yourself?
This has been an interesting day. I have been up since like 3:00, and I think I took a little bit of a nap or whatnot, and had some adventures at Walmart. So,
sounds fun.
Yeah, it's the joys of being an adult. It's like you look forward to it when you're a kid, and then when you get there, it's like, I don't know why I look forward to this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
It's like no bills. Especially given what happened with my check stuff and all that. And I am learning how it is to exist in a world of debit cards with no debit card.
We live in a society.
Bro, it's like I can't even, like, the crazy part is I cannot even download software on my iPhone that I already own because it needs to verify because like once all this stuff happened, they cleared it out on everything. So I didn't have to at least do that. And they're like, hey, yeah, we need a credit card. I'm like, well, I don't really have one yet. So it was like,
oh my gosh.
It's like this is the world that we live in right now. So, all right, well, let's get into this. I will show you the Marvel Animation's newest presentation to the world. I'll put it like that. All right. There's a trailer, but all right. So this is this is what Friendly Spider-Man full release, full trailer, new poster for upcoming animated series. I won't tell you who this is, but you'll get a kick out of it when you find out. Exactly 1 month before it premieres on Disney Plus, Marvel Animation has released a full trailer and some key art promo images for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. The 10-episode animated series follows Peter Parker on his way to becoming a hero, with a journey unlike we've ever seen and a style that celebrates the character's early comic book roots. Keep that in mind when they talk about his early comic book roots. The teaser mostly focuses on Peter's school life, but we do get to see Spidey in action, as well as a first glimpse of the wall-crawling hero in his white Future Foundation style suit. The cast list also confirms that Vincent D'Onofrio will voice Wilson Fisk. Agents of Atlas character Peel. Okay. I have no idea who that is. Check out the trailer and the poster below. So this is the poster. Yeah. That is his
hero on the block.
Yeah. Okay. So alrighty. Tell me if you can hear this or not. You can hear it?
Yeah.
All right.
Peter, you're gonna be late.
I'm okay.
Hey, Petey's always been a bit clumsy.
You know me, clumsy Petey Parker. Help! Mr. Campbell, I remembered I left something in the bathroom. Deuces. Parker out.
Superpower size kid, know you want a neighbor like me. Look out.
Somebody help me!
He's running, grab him.
Gotcha!
I thought it was dead meat. Check out our next victim in his dumbass costume.
Is my suit really that bad?
Ouch.
Oh! Watch out for that ladder!
Just consider it a good deed from your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. That's me, by the way. I'm Spider-Man.
There we go again. Swinging through the city so fast you could barely notice him.
I truly believe that I have these powers to help people, to protect them.
Need my city, you need me. Taking off the mask, I know what you see. Know you want a neighbor like me, Just a young man cleaning up the streets. Ain't nothing changed, no, this is the real me.
So, you're Spider-Man. With my help, you'll achieve greatness.
Oh man, this suit's incredible. If you ever need another butt kicking, just look for your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Know you want a neighbor like
And no, you may not be excused from said test. Ah, nice of you to join us, Mr. Parker. See me after class.
Mr. Campbell,
All right, I do have a question. Let's get to the point.
I'm
All right.
surprised they said dumbass.
Is this a guy or a girl?
Oh,
I can't tell. It's a guy with a girl's hairstyle or a very masculine female with a deep voice.
yeah.
And broad shoulders.
I want to guess it's the latter.
Okay, that's my one question. My second question is, how is Peter Parker the only white person in his school?
Hey, there's one in the back there.
No, that's Asian. That's he.
Oh.
He's like, I'm looking through all this. He's dude. There's a see if there's another section where he goes
yeah,
to
you're
class. Okay, let's see it. Again, he could be Hispanic, like brown, white. Teachers black, teachers not, whatever, right? Okay. 2, well, actually 3. See, get 2. That's Norman Osborn.
Oh, okay.
Somehow he's black now.
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened. This suit is so all right. So basically, what they did is in the movie, he get all his stuff from Tony Stark, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess in this cartoon, he gets his stuff from the black Norman Osborn.
Oh, right. Okay, that's interesting.
Right. So one of the things that your diehard Spider-Man comic book fans hate is the fact that he got all this stuff from Tony Stark in the movies. So he just like they call him Iron Boy or stuff like that. So how does this any different? It's like who is this for? And my camera stopped again.
Okay. I was about to say.
No, my camera stopped again. I don't know why. It did this before. It's doing weird stuff. But who is this for? Like seriously.
At first, I thought it was for kids, but then they said dumbass, so I don't think it is.
Right. So it's
And
not
then
for
they went full Disney on that thing on that show.
right. So I get the point where we're at this time period where all this stuff that was greenlit, where when this shit was okay and everybody would just kind of watch it. So it takes a long time to make animation. So you talk about 2-3 years ago.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
So 2-3 years ago, people were kind of like, people weren't really with it, but it was like a veneer, I guess, of them thinking that people were with it. So we are past that shit.
Way past that now, or should be.
Right. So everyone who's looking at this now is like, and they're noticing everything that I'm noticing. Why is he the only white guy at his school? What's with the goofy fursuit? Why is he wearing
Why is Green Goblin black?
Yeah, why is Green Goblin black? Why is he wearing the Fantastic Four suit that he got from Reed Richards, but now he's getting it from Norman Osborn? It's like, okay, did you just look up a suit that you thought was cool and you decide to give it to him? Like, why? So it's like,
I think you're right that it was made for like, at that time it was like 3 or 4 years ago.
I'm like, dude, if I'm at Disney, I'm like, bro, maybe we, probably should think about releasing some of this stuff. You
You
know,
think the fact that it was like already made that they have to release it, kind of?
I don't know, because they got some stuff that was previously released that they tossed out, so they're capable of not doing stuff. So
That's
I
true.
don't, I don't know. I have no idea what the legalese and all that stuff, because sometimes they got to put stuff out for whatever reason. It's just like they have to do it. Just like they're gonna release that Ironheart TV show, and I don't know anybody who wants to watch that. So it doesn't excite me. Does it excite you in any capacity?
When I first saw like the stills in the trailer, it's like, oh, I thought might be a return to form.
Yeah. No,
I got wrong.
the animation is not bad. So I actually enjoyed the animation. It reminded me a little bit of, actually a lot of the Miles Morales cartoons. Just the phonetic flow of it, like the tone.
Oh yeah, true. Kind of like the cell shading kind of thing.
Right.
Going
So
on.
right. So that was cool. It's just that everything else, I can't imagine that the black dude that he gave the fist pound to, that that has to be Flash Thompson.
Oh,
So it's just like, bro, it's like nobody wants this. Just stop it. And I guess it's
you
gonna
planning
take.
to watch it?
No, I have no desire to watch that. I'm tired of this stuff, dude. I'm tired of the pandering. I'm tired of this, and I'm tired of the fact that when I say this, you got people online jump all over you and call you all kind of names, depending on which color they are. It changes what they say to you. So you either be a coon or you are racist. So it's just it's like, bro, I don't want handouts. That's basically what it is. There are plenty of black characters. You can make a TV show about one of the black characters. It's like DC has they bought an entire comic book studio from a group of dudes who it was all black. It was a black cartoon, like a black comic book studio full of black artists. They make all black characters, one of which Static Shock.
Oh,
Right. So it's Milestone. Like they included two of them in the Young Justice cartoon. It's like when you got to the point where they were young adults, like when in the second season, where the original team was adults now. The black dude who had the I forgot what his name is, but the black dude and his sidekick Rocket, those two are from Milestone Comics. They got in when DC bought Milestone Comics. They incorporated all of them into the DC universe. So there's plenty of black characters that you can make stuff with. They just don't. They just do not. It's like the Captain America movie that's coming out in February should be a Falcon movie. There is no difference between.
No, yeah.
There's like no difference whatsoever in there's no difference whatsoever in how he's treated, that you can, like, instead of just take the Cap stuff out. It's like when Harrison Ford says you're not Captain America, it could apply to him being Falcon. It's like, no, I'm just a Falcon. Nothing like his suit would look better. I don't like the suit. It's like the colors don't seem right on him. His other suit was better. I actually like them upgrading his suit to make it more military based, because they did that in the Ultimate comic books. So, but that's just me. It's like I would much prefer them to build up an actual black character and not just
right on like the coattails of
something else.
Well-established character,
yeah. So, but you say that nowadays. Some people agree with you, some people don't. The
Bigots.
amount, dude, the clip that I posted 2 weeks ago of us talking about the intergalactic thing,
Mhm.
dude, everybody yelling, screaming at me. I'm like, oh, call me all kind of stuff and this, that, and the other. And it's like, bro, why do you want these handouts? That's what I don't understand. It's like, how am I the dumbass? Because I don't want the handouts. So I don't know. This looks terrible. I mean, it doesn't actually. No, I can't say that. It does not look terrible, and that's the bad part about it because it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't
It
look
doesn't
terrible.
look terrible.
All right, so it doesn't look terrible, and yeah, that's probably even worse. That is not. It doesn't visually. It doesn't look bad. So I don't know. All right, let us get into the year that was Star Wars. So I wonder if that it's more entertainment news. So let's go with just news. All right. This is the who is this? The Star Wars page. This is Star Wars a year in review 2024.
Straight from the source.
Yeah. So you got we weren't even 2 weeks into 2024 when we got some of the biggest news of the year. The Mandalorian and Grogu are headed to the big screen. But while we wait to find out if the Clan of Two is what the Clan of Two is up next, there are plenty of exciting stories, bittersweet send-offs, and other announcements and anniversaries releases in the Star Wars galaxy. We say goodbye to Clone Force 99 and the Star Wars Bad Batch. Did not finish that. Ricky talked me into watching this, and then he was kind of like, so I just kind of fell off. So said hello to K-Voss and the Outlaws. It was a year that brought us not just one, but two new live action series to Disney Plus. Lego Group put a fresh spin on Lego Star Wars Galaxy with Darth Jar Jar. Really?
I haven't heard of that.
Wow, that people have been asking for that so long, and then you do it with
Lego.
with Lego. Wow, that just basically tells you Lucasfilm in a nutshell. All right, So, all right. Soon after they released out of work in Star Wars Ahsoka Season 2, once again starring Rosario Dawson after a cliffhanger that returned Ezra to Hera Syndulla on to strand some of our other favorite rebel heroes in a galaxy far, far away, which was very stupid.
And wait.
Grand Admiral Thrawn to live action. We can't wait to see where Ahsoka's next adventure takes her and us. Yeah, you made Grand Admiral Thrawn an idiot. Basically, he's supposed to be a master tactician, but because the people who wrote this don't seem to understand how to write a master tactician, and you got a couple in the fact that a man can't beat a woman, so he has to be some kind of bumbling idiot, and she gets stranded in the galaxy based on her own volition, not anything that he actually did.
That's true. That story would have ended the same with or without him.
Right, so he didn't do anything. They could have had just like some random dude on a starship. So like, all right, whatever. Okay. Have you heard anything about this? But besides what I have been telling you?
No.
Okay, so the last episode manages to actually be 80% good. Right? So see what happened in the last episode. They're looking for the so the kids are looking to go back to their house, like to their home planet, right? Apparently their home planet was a series of other planets that for some reason the Republic hid. It has something to do that with there's a Republic mint there where they make money, right? But it's the old Republic money, and somehow this is very valuable in what the new Republic is right now. Okay. All right. So the pirates are looking for it because it's full of treasure. right? I'm not exactly sure what they think treasure is versus like what is being revealed what treasure is. The previous episode, they went to one of the other planets. So they went to like this person who was basically an owl alien. So flying around like an owl, but talks.
Uh-huh.
Right. So they found them a planet to go to. So they went to that one. They're having some kind of civil war or something there. You have no idea how it started. You have no idea how to come to this. You only see like 20 people. So you see the other guys and the people who are fighting. Somehow the children are fighting, and the parents like, we treat our children like adults. So you have child soldiers. It's like, that's not a good thing, right? But the writers of Disney don't seem to understand that. So there's not even a battle. It's like this weird. They're gonna go do stuff, and okay. See if I could point this person out. All right, so you thought at first that he was gonna be the main guy, right? You ever seen the Goonies?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you first see it, he comes up, you thinking that he is Sean Austin's character, right? But no, he's Chunk.
Oh.
He's Sean. So she is Sean Austin character. He is Gadget, and I don't know what character he is supposed to be. Like in terms of the Goonies. No, but he's Chunk. He's an idiot. He's an idiot that has zero situational awareness about anything. He does stupid stuff constantly. You got everybody stranded. It's just over and over and over and over and over again. All right. So it's to the point where he is super irritating, like very much so. Jude Law is a Jedi. You don't know if he's a Sith Jedi or like how he's a Jedi. There's no history of him at all. This feels like this was they wanted to do a Star Wars Goonies movie, and like everything else they've been doing, they just turned it into a TV show and stretched it out. So the prior episode was basically a filler episode where they find out that this place had all the other planets on it, but for some reason their planet was scratched out by the pirate whose ship that they're on, right?
Mm-hmm.
For himself. So there's some shenanigans, and they wind up going to there's a robot. So there's a pirate robot. It has a peg leg and everything.
Cool.
Right. So he talks like a pirate, walks like a pirate, the whole thing. I don't know why you would have a robot with a peg leg, but like, okay. So they find out from him through some more shenanigans that where the pirates his hidden base was. So to get there, his hidden base is now a Hyatt, like a resort. So somebody came to their planet, this planet, and turned this pirates secret hideout into a spa. Right. So they're looking around, and they eventually make their way to the his lair. While building this spa, nobody found this shit because it's directly underneath the spa. So nobody decided to go look underneath the spa to see if there's anything down there.
Of course they didn't.
Of course not. So they got booby traps underneath. Again, you're having a spa where people can accidentally wind up down there and get killed. So people will probably not like you if their family member gets killed in some kind of weird pirate booby trap. Right? But they don't even check because sure, why not? So they get down to find the treasure. So that's when they find out from I think it's a hologram of the pirate king, and he's like, there's a mint, a old Republic mint that where they make money at. So at this point, it's like we gonna find our way home, and they're telling the Jedi dude, it's like, all right, so we just go, and he betrays them, keep in mind, from the moment that you see him up until this point, you are constantly being told by everyone who meets them, don't trust him. Don't trust him. Don't trust him. He has given nothing for them to trust him in any capacity, except for every now and then he'll do something that's kind of in his best interest. All right. So it's like he gives like no reason for them to trust him like at all. All right. Like none. So when he betrays them, it's like, dude, in this episode, you told us like 4 or 5 times that he was going to betray them.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, so when it happens, it's like
They were flabbergasted.
yeah, it's like all right, so the girl, she winds up being captain of the ship because she told the robot that she killed the captain in armed combat, and so now she's the captain. Yeah, she is 4'6" or whatever. Little girl. So I don't know what the captain looked like. They show his head, so maybe he was a tiny alien. I don't know. So in order to get the robot to do what he wants, he grabs the girl. He challenges her to combat. And he grabs her, puts a knife to her neck, says, "Just say yield. If you say yield, then you can then I'll let everybody live, and I'll be the captain of the ship." So she doesn't do it for a while, and then she eventually says yield, right? And then there's a lightsaber inside. So kid, the little whatever he is kid, he is obsessed with Jedi. So inside the treasure trove, there's a lightsaber. So he picks up the lightsaber to, I guess, challenge the Jude Law. He's holding it upside down and almost cuts his feet off. So it's like, this dude's an idiot. So at the end of the episode, Jude Law picks up the lightsaber and pulls it into it like a Jedi position or whatever, and then it goes off. So it's like, okay, so the first part of the show was fine up until the last part. It's like, what the hell was this? They got like three more episodes, I think. Yeah, it's 8 total. So
That's an interesting premise.
no, I don't really, because they don't explain anything.
Things just happen.
Things just happen.
Yeah.
So they just go from one thing to the next.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. So I was talking about this with Ricky, and he was like, "Oh, it's a kid show." I'm like, dude, kid shows was not written like this before. Star Wars, the actual movie, was a kid's movie. It was a movie for kids, but it was written in a way that adults can enjoy it. This was just stupid. This is just bad writing. It's like just like with the Ahsoka thing. You don't know how to write for this military genius, and you didn't decide to do enough research to give you enough information for you to write for him correctly. To actually make him a villain, so that the hero has to rise up to beat the villain. But modern day type stuff, you can't really do that. So, all right.
Oh my gosh.
So this is the favorite show, the most wonderful. Hold on. There's a thing, and okay, all right. This came out about a week ago. All right. Disney executive on why Star Wars series The Acolyte was canceled. All right. It wasn't where we needed it to be given the cost structure of that title. Meaning, nobody was watching it. We paid way too much money for this shit. We were happy with our performance, but it was, and this is how, and this, I love how he writes. The person says this in a new interview. Co-chairman of Disney Entertainment, Alan Bergman, is revealing why it was decided not to move forward with the second season of the series. We were happy with our performance, but it wasn't where we needed it to be given the cost structure of that title, quite frankly, to go and make a season 2. So that's the reason why we didn't do it. It's like, no shit. It's basically no duh. I don't know. But it turned into like a whole thing of people getting all upset because of that. It's like everyone who knew that was like, yeah, this shit costs way too much for the amount of people who watched it.
Exactly.
This is not brain surgery. I don't know. So a lot of this dude, like the series finale of Bad Batch, didn't watch it. This was horrible. Oh, dude. This
You're
is another.
frozen, Tovan?
I am.
Yeah, I could hear you, but your video is frozen.
Okay, hold on. Awesome.
Unless it's my end.
No, it's not because I'm frozen. All right, I just cut the camera off. My camera tripping. This like I haven't really did anything with this new my new computer, and sometimes it's like it's doing weird stuff. I don't know.
No.
All right, so you remember watching this, right?
Tales of the Empire.
Yeah, it was a lot of weird, strange stuff about. Again, I didn't watch the other one, so Ricky said that one was okay. So this one was terrible. The person who wrote this didn't understand how the sisters were the what the hell was Darth Vader's what am I trying to think? The ones who he sent out to kill all the Jedi. I forgot what their names were. They called them sisters and brothers, but they were called something else. Well, I can't remember what it was. Like,
No, yeah. Don't ask me.
I'm having a brain fart right now. But the way that thing works is they break you so that like when they send you out, you are exactly what they need you to be. Otherwise, they kill you. So there's a thing where she goes out and she betrays them. Like one of the first missions she goes on, I'm like, dude, this would never happen considering how this is situated. All right, so there's Darth Jar Jar.
Oh.
Why, like seriously, like why? This homage was a perfect way to celebrate the collaboration between our favorite space opera and the famed brick building brand, which no, it was not. That no. You giving this reminds me of when they made your boy was it the Doctor Strange when you first see Reed Richards and he's by the dude, he's being played by the guy that everyone online, like a bunch of people online wanted to play Reed Richards, and you make him Reed Richards and you kill him in like a horrible way. He can't even defend. It's bad enough. This shit was so bad that all the men just died foolishly in dumb ways. You let the women actually fight, so the men don't get to fight, but the women get to fight. So celebrate the 25th. Did you actually like that the episode 1, The Phantom Menace? Because you probably was a kid when this came out.
Yeah, I did. I did like it because I was a kid when it came out, so and I thought it was cool.
Yeah, like my roommate, he basically is kind of the same way because he's like 17 years younger than me. So for him, this is his Star Wars.
It's a nostalgia, you know.
Yeah, and basically that seems to be how this works. Is like whatever age you were when you first saw Star Wars, that became your Star Wars kind of thing.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. So he thinks the old ones are goofy. I'm like, well, I mean, I have the nostalgia thing, so but I can see where he's coming from. Given how you see, especially if you watch the Phantom Menace and all the Jedi are flipping and running real fast and doing backflips and all this other stuff, and then you get to the original and there's two old dudes who are kind of lounging at each other, kind of like, it's like, yeah,
But you know what? Because even though that came out when I was, oh my gosh, I was maybe like 8 or 9. I actually still watched the 4, 5, and 6 before I watched 1, 2, and 3. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, but yeah, like I did totally see the difference. Like when I was watching it, it's like, oh wow, like I know the story's all connected, but the stories felt so different just because of the era that it was in.
Yeah, it is. Well, a lot of this stuff is a product of its time. Just like they keep talking about like redoing Back to the Future. I'm like, Back to the Future is a 80s movie. It's full of 80s themes and 80s stuff. And you try to redo it now, you're gonna basically probably do what they did with the damn Spider-Man shit we just watched. So you're gonna race change and sex change everybody.
They're gonna 2024 it.
Yeah, and it's like Marty McFly will be Martina or something like that.
Hey, Shalvan, don't give them ideas.
Yeah, so dude, I'll be glad when all this is over because I think they've realized because like the stuff that Disney is doing currently leads me to believe that they have realized their mistakes, and given the new administration that's coming in and how everyone is basically kissing the ring kind of thing. So it's like you can see what this it's gonna change, but it when it happens, I don't know. There's gonna be a bunch of projects that's gonna come out, and everybody's gonna be like, "What the hell is this? Like, why are you putting this out?" Especially when Ironheart comes out. Whew. You're gonna get them people who didn't watch didn't watch Black Panther 2. Be like, who the hell is this? It's like, why is she wearing an Iron Man suit? And then why is she wearing a terrible Iron Man suit?
That's gonna be a doozy.
So
For the Star Wars, that made me realize how many things I didn't watch from them this year.
yeah, bro. Oh, dude, wait till we get to that.
Or started but didn't finish.
It's like I actually have a list of television shows that came out this year. See if I can find it. All right. No. Where's okay, no, that's not it. Screen Rant. Oh, okay, here it is. The amount I was looking like remember I said I was looking for a top 10 list, right?
Mhm.
So I looked up the best TV shows this year according to Metacritic. All right, so here we go. So these are the best TV shows. Somehow this Baby Reindeer, whatever the hell this
Hey,
is,
reindeer.
that is number one over
Never
Shogun.
heard of it.
Right, it's like it's over Shogun. I'm like, how good this? I can't even say how good this could be because who knows? Because he got like an 88 on Metascore. So I don't know if that's critics or
Isn't it an aggregate of like
right of critics?
Of critics, yeah.
So that doesn't exactly. What if there's a trailer? Baby Reindeer. Okay, see if there's a trailer for it. Somebody gave it 100. One of the greatest strengths is how it's able to balance such challenging subject matter with inspired flashes of humor. This is an early contender for show of 2024. A frustrating and disturbing watch, which is probably the intention, but as an expose on a male victim, it seems to lose itself in many other narratives, as if the show wants us to dislike the victim and feel empathy for the perpetrator.
I never even heard of the show.
Dude, most of this shit, bro. Like, all right.
Most of them I haven't.
Yeah, so we watched Shogun. Didn't watch this. I heard this was good, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Dude, it's just like most of this stuff I even never heard of. And it's like 163 of these things.
I have not heard of these.
Maybe I heard like this got canceled. So Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I don't know if that's good or not. That got canceled. That came out. I didn't watch it. The Creature Commandos. That's the official first thing off the new DCEU.
Oh.
So they got Fallout. All right, where's the Penguin at? The Penguin used to be on this list.
I didn't see it.
What
Unless
the
it's
hell?
On page 3 or later.
Bro, if this shit. All right, so they got Fallout on here. Wow,
Oh.
55.
55. Next to Skeleton Crew.
Whoa. Critics are ass, dude. Like, seriously. This shit was the Clipped was better. They said Clipped was better than the Penguin.
Is that the one about
The Clippers.
the Clippers? Yeah.
Wow. No, dude. Wow. So this start like Skeleton Crew is not terrible, but it's not good. What? You telling me there's 54 different things? Dude. All right, that's enough for this damn list. What the hell, bro? Seriously. 55. Wow.
It's a good show. Like, I don't think it's the greatest show of all time, but I think it's better than 55.
Yeah, it's like all right, okay. So that's your TV shows for this year. And bro, all right. So I went to Wikipedia and they gave me a list of the top grossing movies this year. And I've actually seen all right. So I bought Inside Out. So I'm sharing it. All right, so I bought Inside Out 2, have not looked at it yet. Deadpool, Wolverine, that was good. I have no interest in Wicked. Moana 2, I probably will check out like when it comes out on Disney Plus. Despicable Me I enjoyed it. It was good. I haven't watched
it.
Yeah.
And Beetlejuice. Haven't seen it either.
Dune, did you watch Dune?
I watched Dune Part 2.
All right. Twisters.
No.
Okay, I watched this.
No.
I watched it. Godzilla turned pink, which is interesting. And I actually have Kung Fu Panda 4 and Inside 2. It's like
I saw Inside Out too, not Kung Fu Panda.
So it's like most of these things, like The Beekeeper was actually good. I enjoyed that. But it's like a lot of this stuff it came out, just kind of looked at it and just went, yeah, so just not a good year for entertainment, like at all. So it's just you can't even go back and reminisce on the great movies you saw. It's like, yeah, I enjoyed Deadpool and Wolverine, but it was basically like fast food. Like, you enjoyed it, probably watch it again, but it's not something that's gonna really stick out.
That sticks with you when you remember it.
Right, because I enjoyed the first Deadpool. I enjoyed the second Deadpool. I think I've watched them. I actually have them. I can watch them anytime I want to, and I think I've watched each one of those like twice. No desire to sit down and like there's nothing on TV to watch. Yeah, like no strong desire to watch them again. But I did enjoy them. That seems to be what this kind of year has been. It's like, really enjoyed the Penguin. So, but because I know how it ends, I'm not sure if I will watch it again.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, because I don't know. Maybe if you watch it again because it was well written, then you can.
You can see things like you hadn't seen before, or
no, because when you really think about it, it's like, are you really that shocked that like? I was more shocked by the fact that they didn't make him into an anti-hero, because that's what they've been doing to a lot of these villains. So that's what I was more shocked about.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they really kept him to his villain roots.
Right, and I think it's more of, if I went to go back and look at it, it will probably it will be the exact same, because they didn't even actually do that. Like, they didn't even really give you the impression that they were going to do that. It's like, yeah, he gave him a pep talk here and there, and it kind of looked like they might have gone in that direction, but he was messing over people left and right through the entire shit. So it's like it's not really surprising that he did. What he
Right,
did.
yeah.
So like Shogun, I could probably watch again. So if that's on Max. So I can watch it again because it was actually really good.
Yes.
The baby reindeer, I don't know what the hell that shit was. I can't imagine. Given that it's a critics, these are critics things. Like, nah, I don't. So, man. All right, well, that is the year in review. It's been kind of blase.
Very what's the word? Not like forgettable, but I like your analogy. Like very fast food, kind of like
Yeah.
consumable, throwaway, and then
Yeah, pretty
onto the
much.
next. Nothing that will like impact you or something that you can remember.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, yeah. I am hoping, given that the pendulum of our culture seems to be swinging back towards the middle a bit more. I'm not sure if we'll ever go back to how things were, because there's a lot of people who are ultra sensitive about pretty much everything. So, oh, okay.
That's true, but at least like seems like we're going back in the middle, as you said.
Yeah. So I would like to be in. I would like to look forward to going to the movies again. I would like to look forward to watching television shows again. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
that would be very nice. But so, I did found an article where they talk about AI music.
I think there's some like new laws in 2025 about that, or just
Really?
AI in not specifically music, but just like in entertainment, isn't there?
No, well, probably, but this was more of see if I can find it. This was more to do. All right, okay. Okay, I'll show it to you. So we can just like I said, there's not really much to in a way of discuss for this year. So we'll end it on talking about AI and call it a night. All right, so there's a thing called a Turing test. Why AI music can't replicate the human touch. All right, as we explored in this blog, AI has made remarkable strides in fields from image generating to writing. But when it comes to creating music, it really touches people. AI faces formidable obstacles. Because while AI music generators can churn out competent melodies, and their output often feels hollow or disconnected from a uniquely human experience that defines music. This YouTuber right here describes the hurdles facing AI music. You can check it out. I'm not gonna check it out. It's like 26 minutes long.
No.
Yeah, so if it was short, then we can watch it, but it's too long. One major obstacle stems from how AI companies approach music. For many developers, music is framed as a problem, a task to be optimized by algorithms rather than an art form to be explored. This mindset strips away the essence of music, its emotional depth, historical roots, and cultural significance. For example, AI-generated tunes about cheeseburgers may mimic the structure of a Delta blues tune, but it trivializes the rich history that birthed the genre. That focuses on solving music reduces it to an exercise in pattern replication, devoid of intentionality that gives music meaning. AI music lacks the essential humanness that we intuitively respond to in art, because music is inextricably intertwined with human history, passion, and tradition. However, the accelerationist mindset of many AI developers prioritizes technological advancement over understanding why music moves us. This tunnel vision results in music that sounds polished but feels artificial. Without a sense of shared humanity, AI compositions fail to capture the ineffable quality that makes music strike chord with individuals and whole societies. Another significant barrier AI faces is disinterest many developers show in artistic process. in the artistic process. The human composers and performers make choices based off of knowledge, yes, but also on intuition, gut feeling, and plain old whim. They imbue their work with spontaneous, even purposely flawed touches to express their individuality. AI, on the other hand, operates by analyzing and replicating patterns, but it doesn't understand why those patterns exist. So, how much? Wait, this goes on for a minute. So, what do you think about this so far?
It sounds like this Turing test. It's like it seems like it's a test that can test that tests for the way a machine thinks, or
Mhm.
if it has like measures in not really intelligence or like sentiency.
Well, the thing that I'm listening to what this dude says, and it's like I'm halfway through this article, and it sounds like, I mean, it's an opinion piece, so he has his own viewpoint of this. Like, I heard some songs, like, remember the Tupac stuff that I played you before, the
Mhm.
AI. Yeah, it sounds exactly like a Tupac song. Sounds like exactly what he would say. So I'm not exactly sure if he means by that or an original composition, because like pop music all sounds exactly the same. So there is nothing about how stuff is done that I can't imagine that a computer can
Can
do.
do.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
No, because all right, the there's like 4 dudes who produces all of this pop stuff, right? There are chords um that are pleasing to the listener, that invoke different emotions or whatever. So it's like you cannot tell me that a computer couldn't figure that shit out. It would just have to analyze pop music and just create something like that. So it's like you can't really tell the difference between this based off of them singing. That's how you tell the difference. But in terms of the overall song between Katy Perry and Taylor Swift, or whenever all these other generic chicks that come up, they all sound exactly the same. It's the same thing. Is this thing becomes popular, then there's 25 different versions of the same thing.
Hmm.
So I disagree with him on that. And who knows what this is going to sound like before. Now, I have told you stories about how when you are and I just heard one so I can remember how this went, because it was a Michael Jackson song, rock with you, right? So Rock with You, they played the song, right? So Quincy Jones comes down and tells the drummer, I need a feel to you know how it comes on like that's how the song starts. So the dude made that up on the spot. See, he kind of he had some military training, so that's how he came up with it. But what he said though is when he did that in one take. So when he started playing the song to play, because this was back in the friggin' 70s. So there was no, like, you basically had to play the whole damn song. No, serious, that's how it works. So they played the song, and he said that the bass drummer, because of what he did at the beginning, the bass drummer was playing the song differently. And then like the other people in the band was playing the song differently because of what he did. Right?
Oh, okay.
Right. So there are plenty of stories in music when it used to be a group of guys in a room, like they all playing together. Because nowadays it's one dude by himself making music, and sometimes they'll have like other people in the room with him. But he's basically him, like he's doing doing the entire song by himself. Right. So what you don't get is stuff like that, where one dude is doing this, he does it slightly differently, and then everyone else is like picks up on it, and so he either ups the tempo a little bit slightly or lowers the tempo a little bit, goes on the offbeat, on the upbeat, goes on a downbeat instead, kind of thing. So that changes the complexity of the song. But those are happy accidents, and there are plenty of songs where if you go to the history of it, it was a happy accident.
I heard about that. Yeah, like I heard, there's so many stories of like someone writing a song in like a few minutes. Like, they would just say like, "Oh, it just, came to me," or it's like this or like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
So, yeah.
I could see that. Yeah, how it's a happy accident, and it just like kind of comes like as you said, if there's a group of people.
Hmm.
Yeah, then you can only get that in that kind of setting and that kind of moment too.
So when he talks about the humanness in terms of the AI, yeah, that particular part is true. Uh, Pop music in general, it is so generic right now that I can't like an AI could easily replicate it. And like I've said, I've heard songs where they're able to change how it is, and it has like the feel of it. You're not gonna get anything new because AI just recycles old stuff.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. I mean, I can kind of see what he's getting at. I don't think that his hypothesis of what I read is what it is truthful, because yeah, you'll be able to get generic. You won't be able to get like a true. You won't get any Mozart or anything like that, at least for now. Because you have something that is completely logic based, that in order for you to get the humanness, it has to be off. It's just like, all right, sometimes when they put swing on stuff, like they play like the drums. So if you was to play the drums like to make a drum pattern, and if you made everything on beat, it sounds very robotic. So in order to make it not sound robotic, you got to throw the timing off on certain parts of it. So you may kick the kick, you may throw a little bit of swing on the kick, and then you may nudge the drum like the snare, so that it hits slightly beyond like behind where it would normally go to be in time. And then you would adjust the pattern for your hi-hats where you would have you change the velocity up. So just like an actual human player. Now, in 10 years, 15 years from now, maybe a computer will be able to, once it gets enough training, it will be able to emulate that.
I think something like that is hard now for them. Yeah, for AI.
Right. So it's like you
I
think
get
about
what you're
like
saying though. Yeah.
10, 20 years, maybe. I don't know how you do how you would do happy accidents with something that thinks in logical terms. It's like I'm not sure if I will be wanted to be around an illogical AI.
Hmm.
I don't think that would be a good thing.
That would be scary. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Because at that point, it wouldn't be like just regurgitating information that it has already.
Right.
At that point, it's like, oh yeah, if it's able to, create accidents like from scratch like that, oh,
Mhm.
that's something else.
Yeah. So it is curious as to what the future. Although I am curious about what the future may bring, because we're in this weird beginning part. We're at the beginning parts of Star Trek. Now, keep in mind, the beginning parts of Star Trek involved World War III. So,
There's some food for thought.
yeah. So we're not there yet in terms of fighting, even though you would like if you listen to the news or whatever, you would lead people to believe that is the case. Kind of like the little thing between Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy, and the MAGA movement over H1B.
Oh, the visas.
All right.
Yeah.
No, because today he basically was like, yeah, one of the suggestions somebody had put up was that you you make it extra expensive for you to bring in these people. Right. And Elon Musk did say that is something that you could do. Because from what I can tell about most of the conversation is most of the people, they have their opinion on it, but they're looking at everything in this kind of black and white viewpoint, where it's like we should get rid of all immigration, whatever. And it's like, no, it's everything is more nuanced than when people argue about this stuff, it's like they argue about it in a kind of black and white thing.
When there's a lot of gray, yeah.
Yeah. And to bring this back to entertainment, I kind of see how that it's like you can have your idea how stuff's supposed to go to the point where you just ignore how people respond to what you're doing. You know, it's just like that's not good for entertainment, and that's why entertainment has been getting more and more generic, more and more safe, more and more type stuff. It's like how many movies we up to now where people, when you watch it, people say the exact same thing. Oh, they can never make that nowadays. It's like, why? You talk about movies that are like 8 years old. They're like, so 8 years. Yeah, so like 8 years ago we could do this, but we can't do this shit now. Like, why? Like,
times change.
No, it's weird. It's weird. It's like, I want to get back to the Spider-Man thing. It's like, dude, that is Taika Waititi said something about that. It's like that's not how his friend group was. It's like I didn't wake up and I go call my black friend and call my white friend and call. It's like everyone has one version of everybody in their friend group. Like, that's not how it works. It's like you don't have one white friend and one black friend and one Asian friend and then one Spanish friend. And all y'all hang out for some reason in this very mixed neighborhood. And like, that's not reality. So they can't create anything that is authentic because they can't like write reality. So it's like, so I don't know. Maybe that's what Queens looks like right now. And that's why I got a kick out of the beginning part. And I told you to remember that when he was talk about authenticity of the comic book. I'm like, no, this is not even close to that. But it's like we need to get these people away from these products so that they can stop trying to just write a story about how reality is, not how you want it to be. It's like,
that's a good statement of 2024.
Bro, I saw a thing where they do all right, you know did I tell you about Stellar Blade, that game that came out this year where it was a Korean company, it was a hot
yeah,
right.
You did.
So somebody drew a picture, somebody who worked like a Western developer artist drew a picture of the lady from Stellar Blade and drew her like they do every damn thing in these Western companies, like ugly. He got so much backlash about it that he redrew the picture, and the picture that he drew was pretty. So like, oh, so you can do so. And this is him saying that I can draw. It's like, I'm not a terrible artist. This is what my art actually looks like. So it's like, so y'all doing this on purpose. It's not like you're hiring people who can't draw that way. You're telling them to not draw that way.
Right. Yeah, true.
And the dude who was talking about it was basically saying how this is 2024 in a nutshell. You refusing to give people what they actually want because you are trying to force feed them stuff that you think that they should want, and then getting mad at them when they reject it.
That is 2024 in a nutshell.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So on that note, man, dude, before we leave, you would have probably got a kick out of driving to work if you had to go today. The fog was insane.
No, I woke up inside, but yeah, I can't imagine when driving.
Dude, I had to be to work at 4 o'clock in the morning. It was Children of Corn spooky outside. So the lights are on in my neighborhood, right? I go a little bit to go on the freeway, pitch black. Freeway is pitch black.
Wow.
Right. So all you know how they got the street lights, the lights on the highway exits and entrances and whatnot?
Mm-hmm.
They weren't working. So some would work, some wouldn't work. So it's like I was just driving, and then I was like, "What the? Why is it so?" It felt like I was on a back road someplace, and like when I was in Minnesota or New Orleans, as opposed to driving.
Pitch black, yeah.
Yeah, as opposed to driving in around Long Beach. Yeah, one of the ladies, she said that she missed the turn because she couldn't see it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Oof.
So, well, as the final episode of 2024, anyone who watches this in the future, please, thank you. Even though you may or may not like my opinion on stuff, or Elton's opinion, or Ricky's opinion when he comes on, please let us know what you actually think, and I will try to comment as much as I can. Please be nice. Well, actually, you know what? You don't got to be nice. Say whatever the hell you feel. That's what you think.
There you go.
Yeah. So you ain't got to be nice. Just say what you feel, and like 20. Our whole thing is 2025 is gonna be everyone's year. Seriously, you got whatever you want to do out there, go do that shit. Cause what?
I was gonna say because it's your year.
Yeah, dude. We got to get past this. You know, people don't want to do this, don't want to do that, and then you wind up next year, this same time period. The only thing that's different is the digit at the end of the year is different. That's it. And you still stuck at the same spot doing the exact same stuff. Don't do that. You got to start, regardless to how it is. Start whatever it is that you want to do. Now, you got to factor in reality though. Like if your ass can't sing, you ain't gonna be a singer. You could be a producer, you could be a writer, you could be a whole bunch of other shit. But you got to kind of bend to reality at least a little bit. But other than that, go do you. All right. As my positive way to end 2024.
Amen to that.
All right. So on behalf of myself and Elton, all right, we are out.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everyone out there.